So now that we got like the more regular stuff out the way, we're gonna get into the spooky, scary stuff. Okay. Take a shower every day. Can buy you Dior, Louis, and Prada. Makes 100K a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let me see. I gotta see which one. So I know y'all probably know him. If you are somebody that came from Rise, if you came from BBG, you probably know exactly who this is. But we're gonna watch one of his videos because I've only heard great things about him. Okay. The first spooky video that we have is Tub. Okay. Tub. We're gonna watch a Tub video. This one is hackers who ruin people's lives. It might not be necessarily scary, but it's like eerie, creepy type of vibes. Not like Theo first launch stream. What's up, Theo? Riri Speedy. What's up, man? Oh my gosh, y'all! My other man posted on Instagram. Vinny Hacker. When I get big, I'm telling y'all this now. When I get big, Ryan already is working on it for me. Okay, 'cause he knows people who know people that know Vinny Hacker. When I get big and when I'm actually good at Valorant, I'm pulling Vinny Hacker. Okay, that's my man. Vinny Hacker is my man. Okay, pulling him. Lana, would you ever do a sleep stream? No. I talk in my sleep. I move around too much in my sleep. I don't know what I be doing in my. I just know I talk too much in my sleep. I don't want to I'll get myself canceled if I do a sleep stream. Hey Lana, sorry I wasn't able to play. I fell asleep. You're good. You're good, Brody. 24-hour stream. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe one day I'll do 24-hour stream. I honestly could do that because when I'm streaming, for some reason I'm just not tired at all. Like I can't not. I can stay up forever, but I can't do a 24-hour stream. I was just watching Max. I was watching Max's stream yesterday because it was his first stream back since he got banned. He did a 20-hour stream, almost 21-hour stream. He was going to do 24 hours, but he couldn't. But I was watching his stream yesterday, and he did a full 20-hour stream. Don't know how he did it because he didn't sleep or nothing. It's crazy. But yeah, let's get into this Tub video. Hold on, I gotta set the vibes. Let me turn off the lights. Make it scary, creepy. And Tub, he usually has good videos. He's not really... His videos aren't usually like TOS or nothing, so we're good with Tub. Ooh, spooky. Yes, this is Tub.
Our lives are consumed by technology. It's shocking how it could take...
Wait, you can say the NUDES word, right? You can say that. That's not TOS, right? I just gotta double check. Because I can't not. Okay, cool.
Someone who specializes in hacking
Fries.
to ruin your entire life.
What? T-Boss, shut up. Shut up. Let me see. Hold on. Wait, yes, like yes it is? Or no, like yes you can say it or no you can't say it? Okay. I go above and beyond.
From leaking private photos, stealing entire bank accounts.
Well, Tub, he blurs everything
all
out.
While staying anonymous.
So
today, we'll be talking about hackers that ruin people's
No,
lives.
T-Boss, you don't have to stay
welcome
quiet.
back to another video. By the time this video comes out, I'm sure that my EP will have already been out. I usually make my announcements at the end of the video, but this is going to be a really short one. But basically, in case you guys haven't seen on my second channel, I'm not making hyperpop anymore. And I know some of you guys, most of you guys, are celebrating about that. But I've been working so hard behind the scenes on my new sound, so if you want to go catch some of that, catch me on Kick. Yep, the best streaming platform of all time.
It's good?
I don't know if it is.
Tub
But yeah,
makes
I've been streaming
music?
on Kick, and it's the first link in the
check it
description if
out.
you guys want to check it out. And we also have a new collection at Earl, earldoesn'texist.com. We have the Munchies collection. So if you guys want to go support Earl, you can buy something from there. And that's really it for the intro. Let's get
Tub kind of looks like he makes good
Megan
music.
Eugenio,
That
aka
makes sense.
Overtime Megan. Maybe some of you already know about this next topic because it has to do with social media
Can y'all hear good?
influencers. But as we dive into this one, ask yourself this. What would you do if your nudes got leaked all over the internet without your consent and without your knowledge? Would you leave the internet forever, or would you take advantage and ride the momentum? Well, this is the exact situation that Megan Eugenio, a popular TikTok influencer, found herself in. Eugenio, aka Overtime Megan, became the center of attention when a hacker
That's the
exposed
worst
her
thing in the
entire
world.
gallery.
I
of videos.
personally have
See,
never had
in there,
that
she had
done.
photos and videos that
But I've
anyone would
seen
consider
it
private.
happen
The exact date
to
that the
girls.
hack happened isn't clear, but
Or
the news
know-
of the
I
hack
know
really
girls
spread
that
out
it's
from
happened to
April
and that
28th onwards.
literally
TikToker
ruins your
Noah
life,
Glenn
bro.
Carter seems to be the first source of the information in this now viral video, which has over 9.7 million views. Noah explained that Megan had deleted her TikTok after the huge leak.
I actually think I
and
heard
in an
of
Instagram
this.
story, she said that she was done with social media. Apparently, someone had gotten access to her phone and stole everything that was in there. The hacker went ahead and shared the content soon after, and compromising photos of her started popping up online. For example, YouTuber Maury, in his analysis of the story, said he saw the pictures in an NSFW Discord server called Samaria. Shortly after the leak, Megan turned off her TikTok comments and deleted her
Literally.
account. This situation must have really hit her hard, and she probably
was
thought
anime.
her life was on the brink of destruction. Literally a scenario where
real
hackers
ones?
bury a career before it even starts. In fact, one user on YouTube commented that she was barely at the beginning of a legitimate career in journalism. More users seem to sympathize with her situation with comments like, the idea that she could lose her job over this, when she's a victim herself and it wasn't her
Literally.
fault, makes me really upset and sad, and I want to sleep and
That's
wake
so
up in a
crazy,
world where
too,
people
because
don't blame
majority of
victims
time when this
for horrific
happens, the
crimes
girl
like this
gets
anymore.
blamed,
This is truly a sad
she gets the
situation,
most hate
especially for an
for
online
it.
creator that was just blowing up.
But it
Megan had
wasn't
really
her.
worked her way up the popularity charts with about 2.5 million followers on TikTok and 498,000 followers on Instagram at the time. Megan went dark on social media for a few days and then came back on May 2nd
I
with a
don't
video
blame her,
explaining the
bro.
entire situation. In the video, she thanked everyone that supported her during the whole ordeal, including her team, her
Like, that's
family,
sick.
and her agency. She reminded everyone that she was a victim and it wasn't her fault. It was a crime against her, and she didn't see it as defining her self-worth. She also added that if anyone was participating in sharing and distributing the content, then they were participating in a crime that had real repercussions. She said, people aren't realizing that this is a real person you are messing with. I have friends, I have family, I have a job, I have real things going on. The video was also a declaration of her comeback. She
So
stated she
crazy.
wasn't going to let anyone who did this steal her happiness.
Can she
and that
sue
she's
for
gonna
that? You
continue to make
can.
content. Interestingly,
You can
in classic
definitely
social
sue
media
for
fashion,
something
her
like
follower
that,
numbers
but
grew significantly
if you don't
after
know
the hack.
who it is
Currently, her
and they
TikTok
can't
account
track
now
who did
stands
it,
at
you can't.
2.7 million
There's nothing that they
followers.
can
Her
do
Instagram
if
is at
they don't know who it
630,000,
is.
while on Twitter she's at 146,000.
people
Now,
who
while she
reshare
seems
it
to
and
be
stuff
doing
can also
well,
get in
there's
trouble,
always
though.
going to be those trolls that have notifications on for whenever she tweets and say stuff like this. I've seen her naked. Everyone has already. Facts. Like my nanny. What the f does facts like my nanny mean? Anyway, I'm glad Megan didn't just leave the internet and let
People
this
are so
hacker
sick, bro.
ruin her
People
life,
are
and I'm
so
glad that she's
sick and
pushing through.
disgusting. It's crazy.
Matt Honan. On August 4th, 2012, Matt Honan, who was then a writer for the popular tech website Gizmodo, had this tweet show up on his Twitter account. He had been hacked, and there was little he could do to salvage the situation. The hackers, Clan
Spooky, scary.
BB3 and Toria, had gotten into his digital accounts and rained havoc. In a series of steps, they had deleted his Google account, gotten into his Apple ID account, and used it to wipe clean his iPhone, iPad, and MacBook.
I'm not gonna lie. I've heard that Apple is like the craziest thing to get into, security wise. So that's insane that they got into his iCloud and hacked his iPhone, iPad, and MacBook. Oh, thank you, Ryan, for the gifted sub. We're now at 152, bro. By the end of this month, my goal is to be at least close to 200 subs, or be at 200 subs by the end of this month. Okay. That wasn't Rye. That was Ryan. Ryan the mod. Not Blue Rye. If Rye, you know what? That's how I'll tell the difference. Since we have multiple Ryans, Blue Rye, I'll just call Rye Blue Rye, and Ryan is Ryan. Yeah. That way, I don't confuse y'all at all.
They then got
You'll
into his
reach it,
Twitter
don't
account
worry.
and started broadcasting
Thank you,
racist and homophobic messages. What's even more bizarre is that this all happened in a matter of an hour. The hack, of course, left him devastated because he lost a lot. More than a year's worth of his daughter's pictures, 8 years of important emails, photos of loved ones who had passed on, and critical documents.
Oh my gosh, no,
According to
I
him,
would
losing
cry.
photos of his little girl was the greatest tragedy in all of this. So, what exactly happened? Well, according to an article that Matt Mohan wrote for Wired.com, there were several steps involved. First, after doing some background research on him, the hackers figured out that Matt had a Gmail account whose recovery address was mhonan@me.com, and they took advantage that his Gmail didn't have two-factor authentication. So one of the hackers, Phobia,
Ooh.
simply went to the Gmail account recovery page and
y'all
put
have
in Matt's
two-factor
Gmail address,
authentication set
and he
up?
could see the alternate email set up for account recovery. Seeing the me.com email, the hackers knew they could get in easily. Next,
People
the
really
hackers
have no
called Apple and
lives.
pretended to be Matt trying to recover
Like,
his email
you
account after forgetting
really
the password.
sit around
To do this, they needed Matt's billing address and the
wanna
last 4 digits of his credit
hack
card.
somebody's
They went looking. They got the billing address by inputting Matt's personal website,
stuff? Like, that's so
www.honing.net,
stupid. What do you
into
get
the
out of
Whois
that?
domain search database. For the credit card digits, the process was a little more involving. First off, the hackers called Amazon pretending to be Matt, wanting to add a new credit card to his account. To allow this, Amazon requested for the name on the account, an email address, and the billing address.
That's so
Of course,
crazy,
the hacker
bro.
had all of this and stated the new card information, and it was added. And they hang up immediately.
Bro, you literally
And
have
they
no
called
life
back immediately and said
doing
they lost
stuff like
access to
this.
the account. The goal here was to be allowed to add a new email address to Matt's Amazon account. Amazon asked for a name, billing address, and the credit card number, the one that they just added. After providing this, they were allowed to add the new email address. From here, they simply reset the password, logged in, and accessed information on other credit cards attached to the account.
That's so
far,
crazy,
they had
bro.
Matt's full name, his billing address, and the last 4 digits of his real credit card. At
Literally,
5:33 p.m.,
like, you know how much you could get paid to be like a professional, not even hacker, but to use your hacking skills for the better. Like, you can actually get paid real good money for that. Like, in the government, you get paid good money for that. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of technical jobs that are out there where you can get paid way more than stealing somebody's credit card information. Like, that's crazy. You might as, like, get a job, bro.
The hackers then
So
placed a
crazy.
call to Apple's tech support again, pretending to be Matt and unable to access their @me.com
Literally.
email. Apple asked for their billing
Like, you can
address
get into somebody's
and the last
Apple,
4 digits of their credit
iCloud,
card, and voila,
their
they
Gmail,
were
all
issued
that.
with a
Like,
temporary
go work for the
password.
government,
By
bro. They
4:50
need you.
p.m., they had reset the password to his email. Then at 4:52, they reset the Gmail account password. And at 5:02 p.m., they reset his Twitter password. Also, now that they had access to his iCloud, the actors used the Find My iPhone tool to
They
wipe
got
his phone
into
remotely at around
everything.
5:02 p.m. Then, to prevent him from taking back access, they wiped his iPad at 5:01 p.m. and his MacBook at 5:05 p.m. Now, you might wonder, where was Matt the entire time his devices were getting hacked? He says he actually realized something was wrong at around 5 p.m. while playing with his daughter. Suddenly, his iPhone powered down. He didn't think too much of it and tried to plug it into a charger, but then it rebooted to the setup
Bro,
screen. He went to his
they
MacBook
took
to try to restore the iPhone's backup,
everything.
but then a message came up saying his Gmail info was wrong, and the computer asked for a 4-digit PIN. Since he never had a PIN for his MacBook, he knew something was wrong instantly, which caused them to call Apple
That's
at around 5:10
wild,
p.m.
bro. Apple's not gonna
Unfortunately,
be
by
able
this
to help
time,
you.
The hackers were already done, and 2 minutes later, at 5:12 p.m., they posted the damning tweet on his account. In an interesting turn of events, one of the hackers, Phobia, reached out to Matt and explained how they had done the whole thing. And
There's
what was their
no
end goal?
way.
It was Matt's Twitter handle. You guys know the craze for 3-letter usernames, right? 4-letter usernames. So basically, they wanted to
They
hack into his
told
account
him
and flip
what
it
they
and sell it
did
for more
and
money.
how they
So Twitter
did
and
it.
Instagram usernames actually sell for upwards of $50,000. And
Are you
Phobia
serious?
and his accomplices took about an hour to ruin his social life and turn
For
it
a
upside
Twitter
down.
username,
Which is
bro?
It's interesting how these hackers took about an hour
Offer him
to
money, bro.
wipe his devices clean. Just
If I have a 3-letter username and it's selling for $50,000 and you're a hacker, you're hacking into his account and getting no money. I mean, yeah, you could resell it once you get it, but bro, offer him money. If you're broke, just say that. Like, that's crazy.
get a 3-letter username.
$50,000?
Gary Berman. Gary Berman's story is pretty insane because it shows how
People
much
are
damage a really competent hacker can cause to a
stupid.
small company. While doing a podcast interview for Cybersecurity Dispatch, Berman narrated how he ended up closing down his company because he got hacked and clients were being stolen and redirected as he watched. This happened around 2003 when most people weren't aware of the online world, let
Wasted
alone having the
talent,
skills to
bro.
navigate it properly. Berman ran a small telecommunications company that had clients like AT&T, Coca-Cola, and Procter & Gamble. He was doing well and even sold a 49% stake in this company to WPP Group, a really large, globally acclaimed communications firm. Now, the problem started when he stepped away from the firm for about 6 months due to a knee injury. During this
Lana, did you know you get up to 77K giving cops detail?
time,
Oh, I'm
sales
not gonna lie, I
began to
did not
decline,
know that.
and he thought
That's
it was because he
actually
was
hard.
away. But he just didn't know that
I'm gonna learn
he had
how
been
to hack.
hacked, both digitally and operation-wise. Turns
need
out that
money on
2
tour.
insiders were working with a brilliant programmer to steal clients and tarnish the firm's reputation. The programmer had cloned the entire company's website and created a server that acted as a middleman in all the communications going in and out of the company. Any phone call that would come
Literally,
in, for
anything
instance, would
T-Boss
get redirected
says-
to their cloned company.
anything.
Also,
I'm gonna
physically
say
in the
T-Boss
office,
says
the
it's
insiders were working on projects under Berman's name without him even knowing it. Anyway, when One of the bizarre moments he recalls is when a client called about a PowerPoint presentation of capabilities that Berman had apparently sent her. She said, "Isn't this from your company?" And as he looked over, he realized his juniors were trading deals in secret. Also, the sabotage included a scenario where the hacker sent a PowerPoint presentation pitching for work and signed off with an expletive. Instead of ending with, quote, "thank you," the hackers changed it to Berman ended up losing the $400,000 contract he was trying to pitch for. This meddling was also possible as his home computer had been hacked via the internet-connected printer, and the hackers were freely messing with his files. They also did other annoying things like changing his Facebook profile picture and altering texts that his daughter was sending to him. Of course, he noticed these changes, but no one at home believed him, not even his wife. He said, "My wife and brother thought I had lost my mind. They scheduled an appointment with a psychiatrist for me." He, however, gathered enough evidence and called a professional cybersecurity firm, and only then did he discover
no, you're not really my family if you're not.
But his phone,
if you think I'm lying about something like that, why would I lie about something like that?
Firewall,
Especially
fixed his
losing a
passwords,
contract
and got his control back.
like
At
that.
his company, he called in a forensic firm
family.
that helped gather evidence that an attorney would use to sue the employees involved. However, he never pursued the case and says that that decision was a $1 million mistake. Apparently, after meeting with his wife, the attorney, and the culprits, he decided to drop the case. Together with his wife, considering their daughter had special needs, they felt they didn't want to put bad karma into the world. He also tried to keep the company going, but the dent in the reputation had taken things down a dark
That's so
path.
crazy.
He ended up depleting his personal savings
Me,
and
I'm
eventually
going through with
closing
it.
down the firm. It seems the hacking
We're
didn't
finding
ruin his life at that
whoever
point.
did it.
The upside is that he began a very successful career in cybersecurity. Rick Thomas. Have you ever heard of Ashley Madison? Well, hold on tight, because in this story, you'll learn how this very popular dating and social networking site got hacked and screwed up the lives of many married men. As I already mentioned, Ashley Madison is a dating and social networking site.
I'm
It's
not gonna
based
lie,
in
people who
Canada,
cheat are
but
just
available in
stupid.
many markets, including the US. And no, it's not like Tinder, it's worse. For example, the first thing you'll notice on
break
their
up with
website
them.
is the brand tagline, "Life is short, have an affair." They literally offer an opportunity for people to cheat on
that
their
hard.
partners discreetly, and while at it, they have very convincing descriptions of their service. For example, the statement, "Did you know infidelity is emotional while adultery is
Like, that's-
physical?" And meeting someone at work
I've never
or friends
gotten
is too
cheated
risky
in my
and
life.
discretion is your number
If
one
you
concern. And the
really
old
feel the
taboos are
need
frowned
to be
upon.
with somebody
All these
else
are
that
right on their
bad,
homepage. Now that
to
you know
the
what the
point
company's
where
about, let's move on to
you
the
need to
hack.
cheat
Back
on
in
somebody
August of
else, then
2015,
you don't need to be in a
Ashley Madison
relationship.
got
Just
breached,
break up with
and the
them, like-
hackers put out personal information of
Can't
about
have the best of
32
both
million
worlds.
people that had signed up for the service. These details included names, emails, and physical addresses.
This is a
data
good
was
way to
contained
check
in a
or, like,
9.7 gigabyte sized file that was posted
catch
on the
people.
dark
I
web
couldn't- I
using
could
an
not think of
Onion
that
address
word.
accessible
It's a
via
great
Tor
way to catch
browser.
people.
Worse still, the data also contained the
I hope
login
I would never
details
get
of
cheated
all
on,
the
bro. Me
site
too.
users. Also, the hackers
That'll
got
be a
hold of
dangerous
millions of
day,
credit
bro.
card transactions done on the site going as far back as 2000.
Even though it's never gonna happen.
And there's
Never
even
gonna happen.
more. The data had descriptions of what members were seeking from the site. For example, I'm looking for someone who isn't happy at home or just bored looking for some excitement. Now, with all this data being leaked, you can probably imagine the havoc that it caused, especially with the partners of those people. And one such man is Rick Thomas, a married man that joined the site at age 56. Having been married for 19 years,
Yeah, that's
he said
crazy.
that after he turned 56, he simply got a bad case of hives. He said, "Call it a midlife crisis, poor judgment, or a cheater's
Wasting
heart,
19
whatever it
years
was,
is
I easily
crazy.
found fault in my marriage. Intimacy was long gone. Simply put, his life was boring and he was looking for excitement. He saw an online ad and signed up for Ashley Madison.
56
Then, just a couple
year-
of weeks
56
later, he
years
saw news
old.
about the hack. Soon
At
after,
your
he
big
started getting
age.
emails from a hacker named Mr. X, who
need
was
to get a
demanding
life.
$1,000 in Bitcoin payment, or he would expose Rick to his family and friends. Rick refused to pay the money and
See,
instead
this is a
thought it was
W
easier to
hacker.
come clean with his wife. He did so, and while trying to convince his wife that he loved her, she walked right out the front door. Though she didn't leave him for good. Rather, she turned up in the morning and advised him to seek the services of a marriage counselor. It's anyone's guess where she went that night, and it seems that their marriage did survive, but with a crazy big scar. Given that 86% of the members on the website were men,
Instant
obviously,
divorce.
not everyone got back together with their wife. I don't even know why she got back together with him. I guess the 19 years being together, whatever. But I think it's a safe bet to say that those
I don't care if
hackers
we were together for
ruined
30
a bunch of
years. Nigga,
marriages.
you're gone.
Well, it wasn't
You
really
cheat
the
once,
hackers,
it's
it was the
over.
men
You're not- no
themselves.
second
but
chances.
you could say the hackers did a really good thing here. Yeah, that's just really a really interesting story on the list. Let's move on to the next one. Dr. Craig Wright. This next hack takes us into the heart of cryptocurrency. This is one of those cases where a hack has a chain reaction that
gosh.
causes havoc in other people's lives. In this case, the lives of several crypto developers. First, let's go over the hack. On Saturday, February 8th, 2020, Dr. Craig Wright a very well-known figure in the crypto world, saw 3 transactions transferring Bitcoin out of a wallet. 2 of these transactions were substantial. This was alarming because first, he stored his private wallet keys in his home computer in Surrey, England. And
I
second,
could never have
his
like
had
that much
confidential
money
information
virtually.
relating to 2 other digital wallets
That's just
containing
dangerous in
roughly $4
itself.
billion. These other 2 digital assets are a pretty important part of this story, so let's briefly cover them. What are they? Well, they are 2 Bitcoin addresses, one FEX and 12IB7. They were held under Dr. Wright's company, Tulip Trading, and contained about 111,000 Bitcoin, worth approximately $4 billion as of 2021. While the origin of these many coins is a debated issue, Dr. Wright insists he bought them as an investment as far back as 2011. Now, having these valuable assets in one's possession, it's very easy to understand why Dr. Wright kept access to them stored locally on his computer. This is a smart move in the crypto space because it's almost impossible to hack an offline computer in your home. In this case, he stored the keys in encrypted files, which were inside a password-protected RAR file. He even used something called algorithmic masking as an added layer of protection. Still, hackers got into it and took off with the RAR file, 37 gigabytes of other files, about 50 white papers.
When you have Bitcoin and like digital currency, I don't know if this is a dumb question, but if anybody in here knows the answer to this, when you have like that much money in digital currency, like can't you just transfer it to like your bank account or like have proof that you have that much money and like get it in cash or something? Like I feel like there's better ways to keep that money stored than on your computer. Like you should be able to take it out, get an account, and like anything like that. I just feel like having it fully digitally and only being able to keep it digitally is crazy. Like you just at that point you're asking for it. Like it's
1.1 million pounds of Bitcoin SV, and
I would hope you could
0.333
take it
Bitcoin.
out, like-
Now, if you understand how crypto works, then you know that if someone steals something like a flash drive and it has your wallet key, then you're fucked because you lose access to whatever was in your wallet. This is why Dr. Wright's hack was really bad, because when the
Never
RAR
do
file
it.
was stolen, he lost
Never do
access to the
crypto.
1FEX and 12IP7 addresses, and hence his $4 billion. Immediately after the hack, he notified
Whose
the
baby
police.
is that?
While there's no definitive answer as to
Valentine.
how
What?
the hackers got in, Dr. Wright believes they did so via a wireless router that was mysteriously planted in his home. He said, "I believe it must have been planted there by the hackers, either when tradesmen were in our home or by breaking in." Now, you may be tempted to think that Dr. Wright's life was ruined by the hackers, but you would be wrong. Losing 111,000 Bitcoin is nothing to a man who owns about 1.1 million Bitcoin in total. The people whose lives got rocked are the developers of popular crypto
Wait, so
platforms.
they
As I
said
in the
they
beginning,
said
it's a destructive chain
100,000,
reaction. Why?
111,000
Well, when Dr. Wright
Bitcoin was
lost
worth
his
like
assets,
worth like
he
a
began
billion,
legal action against the developers
and
of
he
these
has
wallets to make them
1.1 million
recover
worth
his
of
stolen
Bitcoin?
access. On May of 2021, the High Court of London approved his
Am
case
I hearing
against
that
the
right?
developers behind Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, and Bitcoin Cash ABC. A funny fact here is that he included BSV in the lawsuit, despite it being a company that he started back in 2017. Anyway, the case was dismissed on March 2022, but Dr. Wright appealed the decision, and the Court of Appeal granted him his wish, getting the case on track to a trial that will be held in early 2024. In his lawsuit, he's demanding that these developers create a backdoor to the Bitcoin Core blockchain to reimburse him for his stolen coins
He's
and return
rich,
access
bro.
to the wallets. While this is impossible from a technical point of view, the bigger problem the developers are facing is that if the court rules in Dr. Wright's favor, they'll be forced to have a fiduciary duty to their users going forward. This simply means that a crypto software developer can be held liable for damages experienced by someone else who used their product in a different country other than the US. This liability would arise from the fact that the developer contributed to an open source project. The lawyer defending these developers, Jessica Jones of
crazy.
Bitcoin Legal Defense
So you go
Fund,
down, if
said,
you make
"They are
a
volunteering
shitty
their time
app,
to
you're
work on
done."
public infrastructure. They're doing it for free. They're adding it under MIT license, which is supposed to protect them from things like this. As it stands, all involved parties are waiting for trial. But what do you think based on the facts? Is Dr. Wright ruining the lives of open source developers in the crypto world? Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like if you guys
What are you
enjoyed.
doing with
Make
1
sure to
billion? Bro,
subscribe
I
if
don't
you
even
haven't
know.
subscribed, and make sure to go follow me on Kik.
I don't know what I would do
There.
with that much money.
Well,
Having
and
that
make
much
sure to
money
check out my
is
Patreon.
crazy.
As you guys know, I be getting demonetized a lot, but over on Patreon, you guys can talk to me because you guys get a special role on my
W
Discord.
Tub,
You
man.
guys can chat with me.
His
I'm gonna
videos are
start,
always-
actually doing voice chats with you,
always
voice calls with
good.
you guys, just because like I'm gonna put
I'm
more
gonna
effort
tune
my
into his
Patreon.
music,
I have
though.
to. And the better part is that you
I'm
guys
gonna-
can get
I'm gonna
videos
see what
a
his
week
music is
early.
like.
Yes, a week, not even a day early like I was doing. Y'all are getting them a week early, so it's $5 if you guys would want to talk to me, and it's $15 if you want to get videos a week early. So
A week early? That's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would never. I'd probably cry if I was to ever